for the heavens I'm aiming. Out here gaming, while y'all out.
Grinders, what's up? It's another edition of Grind Gazette. Today we're gonna get into it with one of Jay-Z's best friends. This was pretty much his role model that he admits. Guy who showed him how to hustle back in the days. Grew up in the same project building, Marcy's Project in Brooklyn, New York, and showed him the ropes. This is what they both agree on. But they had a fallout right as Jay-Z's first album, Reasonable Doubt, dropped. His boy, DeHaven, was in the penitentiary. And here he's going to tell about stories that only him and Jay know, and some real strong accusations and beliefs he have of why him and Jay-Z's relationship soured. Check it out.
Implicate. Shout out, I'm sorry, bro. Shout out to Al Prophet for the breakdown of the Desiree Perez situation. So I'm here to address how my case intertwines with that, with the time and what was going on right before this. If you listen to him when he said 96, all of this was transpiring in 96. So when I go back to where I was in 96 and what was going on, pretty much, I trace back to actually 95 when I really gave up the game, when I quit hustling. You know what I'm saying? This seemed like my head is at the top. Is this picture right? Oh, all right. So I quit, right? And this is something I kept saying, and I kept saying this was something I kept telling you because that's how I beat my case, period. So 95, and the reason why I quit, because it was suspect. It was a gut feeling, and it just was time to give it up, right? And the reason why I was giving it up, because Jay and I had already had our outs a little bit, right? We already had our outs, and he was in VA. You understand what I'm saying? And him and Emery had always been close, building a bond, always been close. You know what I'm saying? So with Jay in Virginia doing well, and Emery started picking up real heavy on the shore, picking up what I left. Keep in mind, picking up what I left. You know what I'm saying? Picking up my role, picking up the stuff I left, trying to be who I was on a certain level, right? And I say that to say, because Jay had found a better connect. Jay had found a better connect, so we wasn't messing with the same connect no more. So now, with Emery getting a better connect, he's taking over all the stuff that I've left. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want to fight for no territory that belonged to him anyway. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes down there gravitated to Emery anyway, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact I'm the one who built Emery up. Keep in mind, and this is a true fact, like, Emery couldn't step in those certain towns until I came down there and made sure, you know what I'm saying, and gave him a made man stamp. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got Emery a name, me. So when Emery got in power, when Emery got to connect, he tried to do what I've already done. But where he went wrong was that shit was unorganized. And that's what made me leave. That's what made me be like, nah, this shit ain't right here. Like, this nigga's like all over the place and it's people all over the place. The shit just gave me a gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the people I was fucking with really wanted to fight for that pipeline. Really, they really wanted to turn it to some street shit for that pipeline. And I was on some shit too. I always been on some shit, on some non-violent shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did it, you know, we built this here and it's over type of shit. But I'm not going to result to where, you know, we going to turn to the streets. And this is people that I fucking know. People that I've been with, around their parents, and I know their moms know me. So it ain't have to go to that. So I let him have that. So when I left, this is when this case started building up. And when the case started building up, year after year after year, here we are 95, here we are 96, here we are 97, here we are 98. It was a 3.5 year investigation. 3.5 years investigation. And if you look at my page and if you look at my case that I posted, you know what I'm saying? I told you I read everything. I told you I read everything. And the main thing was that stood out to me was if I heard Emery on this phone talking, and if they got Emery, I kept saying this in my head, if they got Emery, how they don't have Jay? How they don't have Jay? That shit don't make sense to me. It never made sense to me at all. It never made sense to me. That shit bothered me for a long time, that I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. And then when you start to fast forward into knowing after a while who this chick was and what part she played, and then you start to piece shit together on some of the cases. Some of the cases, you know what I'm saying, that people went to jail on. This is our lives that we playing with right here, you know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter, that when we was going through it, that them niggas tried to leave me in there. And they knew I was not a part of nothing they had going on. That was heartbreaking. They knew I had nothing to do with none of the shit that they had going on. In the middle of my case, when I went to go see Emery, I told him that. I told Emery, son, I ain't got nothing on me, bro. That I'm fighting, I'm going to trial. There's no offer on the table, there's no, oh, I could take 20 and all this bullshit. I'm going to trial with this. And I understood him copping out because I heard him recklessly. But I'm wondering how they don't have Jay on the phone. And that's your partner. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? This is all 96, 90. This is when this chick is involved. This is when all this shit started to make sense. And then they try to leave me to hold the bag. Nah. They tried me. They tried me. And this is why I don't see eye to eye with Dame. You know what I'm saying? Because you're never going to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't know this chick who she was, period. You're never going to be able to tell me that. You're not going to be able to tell me that. And the biggest thing I had with Dame is me and Dame had a relationship. I sat right here and just watched Dame interview. He just did an interview. I don't know the platform, but I'm listening to him, how he described him. And they asked him questions, how the fuck Rockefeller got built? Like how? What was the beginning for y'all? And he break down the story of, well, you know, we went here and nobody would fuck with him. We went here and nobody would fuck with him, right? He kept saying that. He went here. Then he said, yo, we decided to do it on our own, right? Ask Dame when he said he decided doing his own. Ask him who did he go to raise the money to get that shit. Ask him. Ask him. Who did he ask to help raise the money to get that shit? You know? So that's why I say, yo, it's funny how niggas forget. The same nigga that they, you know, I blame Jay more for leaving me in jail, but Dame, you know, I had a relationship with Dame. Jay wasn't there when Dame asked me that. So that's the relationship me and Dame had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at his way of saying like, yo, fuck that nigga, he ain't my man. When I was going through this case, none of them niggas asked me, was I all right with none of this shit. None of them came to see me, none of them asked me shit. But at the end of the day, Dame look at it like, fuck that, that's J man. Ain't my man. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, you think Dame would have left one of them Dipset niggas like that? You think that, can you see that happening? You know what I'm saying? So why should Jay give a fuck about me? Why should Dame give a fuck about me? You know what I'm saying? He knew it wasn't a bond there. He knew it was the chain was a weak link when Jay didn't defend me in South Carolina with Dame. But that's here nor there with all of this shit. But I say this, that them niggas all knew. They all got police in them. And the fact of the matter that Jay tried to insinuate fuck me for caving, and this has been going on the whole time. This has been going on this whole time. And for all of them to say that they don't know, that's bullshit. What I don't understand about these niggas' integrity and their morals, I can't understand of Emory knowing this and still deal with Jay. You know what I'm saying? I can't deal with how a nigga come home from a Fed joint and your man mess with an informant and you okay with this shit. You okay with this? And I tried, and listen to me, my people, we look, there's no pictures with you could tell they don't fuck with him, that Emory don't want to fuck with him. So it's just got to be for the moral of the bag. There ain't no pictures of Emory and Desiree nowhere. So that's a known fact right there, that they don't even fucking with each other, that he don't approve of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that shit nowhere, but he still fuck with Jay. You know what I'm saying? So for mad years, I've been sitting back going, why? You know what I'm saying? Why this nigga didn't fuck with me? Why? And then mad years, people would say, yo, you know, this a terrible shame that Jay ain't got you with him, or ain't got you around him, or didn't look out for you, and all of this and all of that. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. He could have helped me. He could have did something for me, right? But I look at it like this. He couldn't bring me into that. He couldn't have gave me nothing. I don't think at that time, if I went back to 96, 97, and he wanted to give me, and he gave me something, I could see me being reckless. I could see me being reckless with it, and me still fucking up and being locked up. You know, and that's all hands, keeping it 100. This is why you can question things and wonder why and why and why and why. You won't see until you see it, till God show you and reveal you. You see why? You know what I'm saying? And you can, and this is where I see, like, yo, I know for sure, if we would have been friends then, if things would have worked out differently, that I would have been, we would have still maintained that relationship. I doubt that I'd be here. I doubt that I'd be here giving this interview, talking on this podcast, talking on this. You know what I mean? because I would have been reckless. I see that I would have been the one that went the hardest for Jay during the times that things was beefy. You know what I'm saying? When he was, think about all the beef he had from 9-6 in the game with other artists, right? I could see me doing some damage, doing something silly to one of them behind that rap shit, and I wouldn't have been doing that. You know, it would have been fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'd have fucked my life up. I could see that happening. I could see that I would have been on an indictment somewhere. That's a fact. That's a known fact. You know what I'm saying? So I just probably wasn't mentally ready. God, that wasn't for me. And I've been saying that for a long time now since, you know, if you've seen Marcy May, you already know that where I'm at with that whole situation. You know what I mean? That just wasn't for me. God had a different plan for me, and I'm happy where I'm at now. But I just sort of showed where all the BS, all that they put me through with that fuck the haven for caving and what I had to live with and what I had to go through, and this is what it is. And then about time you prove yourself, the shit is not even worth nothing because it's meaningless because they do it. That shit sound crazy. That shit sound absurd, you know what I'm saying? That they was living the double life the whole time. And you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that Emery wasn't a fall guy for the situation. Of course you had to take care of him when he got home. You know, somebody had to take the fall. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all tried to get me to be holding the bag, nah, that's foul. So when I see y'all niggas Dame and Jay bickering back and forth and doing all that shit, son, I think about he did it to me. Who else would he care about? And then I'm curious to know that nobody asked. I watched this whole interview. They don't ask him about, yo, well, if you're so smart and you've been doing all this and you've been in the streets, how the fuck you ain't know Desiree was right there with y'all, working with y'all? You didn't do an interview to 2015 or something to talking about her. You know what I'm saying? We still got from 96. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, it's just crazy how the game changed. Y'all tormented 6ix9ine. I mean, he's a snitch. And Jay doing the same shit. It don't matter if you can't pinpoint who he told on. It matters with his company. This is how that's how the game go. It's his company. And all the suspect shit that's going on. So end of the day, man, like I said, I think he saved me. He knew if he done anything for me, what I would have probably done and what I would have probably exposed. That's a fact. That if he would have let me in and I would have sniffed her out, it just, none of this shit would have worked. None of that shit would have worked. So I couldn't be
Okay, grinders. Basically,
you know what I'm saying? And
what D. Haven is saying
my mouth closed.
is that he believes that Jay caught a case with this boy, Emery. I think they were in VA, he said, or wherever they were at, out of state. And Jay cut him off, made up a bogus reason because he didn't want him around them because he's working with the boys now, basically. I don't know, it's kind of rough. But what's the true fact is the woman that I put a pickup of, Desiree Perez, she is a known confident informer. She has she sent some dudes to prison, some big baller dudes over some kilos. You guys could look that up. Her name is Desiree Perez. And that's out there for everyone to see. But for DeHaven, he's trying to link that to the Jay-Z case somehow, or you know what I mean? Because even if you are a street dude, okay, check this out. You a street dude, no longer in the streets. You start a company or whatever, and you're working with squares now. You know what I mean? Can you imagine how many snitches work at Amazon? You know what I mean? But yeah, well, you know, most of them are civilians who told and working there. But she was in the streets, and she sent some dudes to prison, which is foul. That's like the real true meaning of snitching. If you send someone from your crew to prison, that's the old school definition of snitching. So, but yeah, so I don't know what y'all feel about it. That's the one cold fact. The other stuff that Jay's alleging and that DeHaven's alleging, those are, you know, those allegedly. But the fact is that the chick Desiree Perez did send some people to penitentiary, and she is a head honcho at Rock Nation. And did Dame know that she was working around them when they were doing the rock thing? Was she around them back then? And did Jay know that this Desiree chick, you know, sent them dudes away before he started working with her? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Continue to like and subscribe. And we out.
What up, what up, what up, what up, Cram? It's your boy Style Spit the Ghost from LOX D Block. I just want to say congratulations on your clothing company Grind. I fucks with it. Send me the package, bro. Send me the package, man. And yo, everybody, make sure you check my boy out at grindclothing.net. You know what I mean? Love is love, man. Cram, keep doing what you're doing. I need my hoodies. I need my sweats. I need my tees. I need the whole line, bro. You know what I mean? But congratulations, bless up, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Salute.
A little bad motherfucker riding skateboards on the east. Wasn't even 5 feet, so Northeast used to pick on me. Once I got a stick on me, now I'm fucking with ya. Started click the FBs, and now I'm running through they sisters. Y'all wear skinnies, my khaki sad. I was a young hustler about mines with a nappy shag. Fuck the streets.